2016, no need for an intro. We in here. I know a lot of YouTubers have made videos. Hell, I think I've made a video or two in the past about, plans for the year, thoughts and whatnot. But this video's, at least at this point in my YouTube career, probably one of the most important videos I would do. I've talked about some things that are big related to this video, but it's something that's been on my mind as I was on hiatus, more or less on hiatus for 6 months or so, and I'm coming back in. And besides me being in a transitional period in my life, during that period, I kind of had to stop doing YouTube videos. Now, of course, I was still putting out some content. I had a lot recorded, as you can see, a lot of old videos recorded. But it wasn't like I'd been doing. Because if you know my channel, at one point I was doing 7 to 10 videos. I could put that out in a day or week, easy work. I remember one night I did like 8 videos. And I was doing different series and stuff. It just became it was troublesome. This is why I shout out to Cheap Reviews, call him the hardest worker out there, the most trill in the community, the hardest worker, definitely. Sometimes I've seen this man put out like 20 videos a week. It doesn't matter if they're like 5-minute videos. That's rough. I know he does editing. I don't do editing. For multiple reasons why I don't do editing, because most of what I say is important, and then I don't really have special effects and all that. But anyways, y'all know it was unusual if you know my channel, and people were asking, Deathmatch, yo, what's good? And even though I've dropped over 730, getting near 740 videos, by this time this video comes out, probably near 750. Most of which anime and manga related and otherwise. I've done a whole variety. Even looking back on my channel, in this video I can get to talk what I want to talk about. I do that anyway, but still, really, it doesn't have a set criteria, so to say. Looking back, I forgot about some of the content I did. I forgot about some of the subjects I discussed. Some of it was things going on at the time. Some videos surprised me about the amount of views they got. Others didn't. Others I thought maybe got more. Didn't. It is what it is. But looking back now, a lot of it anime and manga related, which still probably is going to be the case. But I'm going to expand. But I'll deal with that later on down the line in this video. When I've told my story of my YouTube, career, so I've referenced it several times, so it's not like I will rehash that. But again, I'm a double OG in the YouTube anime and manga community at this time. I'm not a triple OG like some of them. Some of them still around, were there before me. Some have come back into the game and whatnot. I am a double OG. I remember Flame Wars and stuff. But I've been on YouTube pretty much, been involved with YouTube pretty much since 06, almost since the incarnation, the initial phase of YouTube, pretty much since the beginning. Okay, the origin. I've been around, and I've had a channel since 08. I've mentioned that before, and I've mentioned all this stuff in my involvement in the YouTube anime and manga community specifically. And I chose that community. Not only was it new, obviously all the communities are new, but it was new, or it was evolving. It had something I was interested in, people I couldn't talk to and otherwise, and it just, a lot of things were popping up. A lot of interesting channels, and I've seen people come up and I'm like, yo, these people just like me, they're able to talk, so why can't I? I can bring a different perspective. It's not going to be lost in the crowd. See what I'm saying? And there was not, at the time, there definitely weren't all these communities. Like, there's a reaction community, there's these gag communities, there's these some comedy communities, there food reviews weren't like, there's all these kind of makeover, like, some exist, but there just weren't communities, and most of them I wouldn't have been down with moving, And I'm like, you know, I can do all that stuff on my channel if I want to, but as my main base, let me go ahead and do that. Because and especially in this, I think we all need a community. We all need to find our niche within those communities. Because if you try to do too much, you don't focus, bada bing, bada boom. I think Manga Me did a video on that a while back, like a year or two ago. So, I'm in this community, right? And my goal was, and you know, I've talked about me being Luffy through East Blue and then hitting the Grand Line and all that stuff. You could definitely say I'm in the new world. Definitely. Part of Worst Generation in this community. But, as for me, I think I had 3 goals, if I recall correctly. 3 main goals for what my channel was and why it led to my hiatus. It just so happened it correlated and aligned with my life, personally. Number 1, my goal was to, and they all evolved interestingly. Okay, my first one was to be able to get my voice out and be recognized. That became me being one of the most notorious, one of the top 10 most notorious in this community. People can doubt me if they want to, from Facebook and otherwise. Trust me, I am one of the top 10 most infamous. Okay, I can't say infamous. Well, I can say that because it is notorious. Throughout the history of this community, you guarantee I'm amongst the top 10. I know double 4s up in that piece, phones up in that piece. Others, you can debate who they are, but I know I'm up in that top 10 list, for sure, without question. And what that allowed for me to be, and it's linked to the second goal, it allowed for my voice to get out there, and I had a different message, or different messages, different perspectives than what all the noise was going out. I was different, I look different, I act different, I come at you differently. Some, you know, they try to criticize me, Uber, Hikari, wannabe, no. If you know, yeah, we both speak analytically, but if you listen to our content, vastly different. Especially on One Piece, on my side. Yes, I greatly disagree with Uber. I do have respect for him. Some issue, but I do respect Uber. I am still sub to him, and he needs to come back. But that's whole another part of a whole different discussion. Anyways, my point was I had a different voice. When you have a different voice, you will cause waves, you will be acceptable. Now, get this. I'm a small channel. I'm still a very small channel. I will address about expansion and growth and all that jazz, but I am a small channel. And how is it that a small channel is going to be making plays? Now, there are some that come, you know, double my size or whatever, and they're known in different stuff, but usually it's for negatively. When you look at the history of my channel, I mainly was positive. Yeah, I caught negative, I caught flack from fanboys and otherwise. It's because I was making waves. It wasn't because I was doing anything out of, you know, going out there and pushing people's buttons. Now, there are discussions and debates and different things that I did piss some people off, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to apologize. Sometimes we're wrong, but I'm not going to apologize for presenting facts, presenting evidence, presenting logic and reason. I will not apologize for being who I am and holding true to my principles and not kowtowing to what others want and certain other agendas. To your perspective, I'm not gonna just because you think that way, that doesn't mean I have to think that way. Period. Point blank simple. Okay. If you can present some logic, reason, facts, and evidence, I would gladly listen, and you may change my perspective. But until you do that, you're just trying to, you know, push me around. Ain't gonna happen. And that kind of mentality has gone outward, almost on some electromagnetic kind of stuff. I mean, it carries from my actual personal life to where I am one of the most polarizing figures you'll ever meet. Very much so. In a multitude of facets that I will not address in this video. Anyways, so me being a small channel, me getting my voice out there as a small channel, as unbelievable as it is, it really has. I mean, Oh, there is a third point to that, so I'll leave that for the third point. But as unbelievable as getting this mantle, I was like, let me be a voice for the smaller channels, because some are recognized as small channels, but I'm like, let me be a voice. Let me speak, and show that we small channels matter. That people on the bottom of the sub count doesn't make them invalid, because at a time, if you didn't have a certain it wasn't at the origins, it wasn't the days of the Wild West, it wasn't even the early days of the community. It was post the explosion era, okay? You could compare it to One Piece. In a lot of ways it compares to One Piece with the Great Powder. The explosion of all these dudes, and you had the era of the sub feeds and whatnot. Dudes were not appreciating small change. If he had a bigger view, if he had a bigger subscriber count, somehow his opinion mattered more than yours. What? Based on what? Based on what? Based on more people watching his content? There's a lot of reason why people watch his content. What makes what he or she says more important than what I say? So I'm speaking out for the small channels, and I think I'm one of the reasons as to why smaller channels are becoming appreciated, as to why the connection in this community is much better in a lot of ways. There still may be a third war, but it's better. Bigger ones, unlike in other communities where this may happen. Now, I know all communities, because I know there's some other ones. They're fine with, people on the come up. But I know in other communities, on YouTube and the internet, if you big time, just like out here, and people want to play quote unquote real life, they look down, or they don't even acknowledge the smaller channels. Quality channels, sometimes better than your channel. Better than the big dogs. They're just not getting the recognition. They're not getting the view count, the subscriber count. They might have not lucked up. There's a lot of things that go into this YouTube game. Okay, they might not be fancy. Hell, they might be better quality content than doggone another dude. He got the same tech. Oh, your channel, you should do this. Well, that dude ain't doing that, but he got the views. Things happen. So I wanted to be a voice since I made waves. Started in the comment section like a lot of dudes, and I encourage some dudes to make channels, but it is what it is. I understand it. It's this YouTube game ain't pretty sometimes, so I understand that. But then lastly, thirdly, it was making relationships. Okay, and yeah, it's not an issue. It never really has ever been an issue for me to make relationships, but even with big dudes, like I've talked and I've said this, and it's not a bragging thing, it's just recognition of completion of goals. I made relationships with big, I've been cool and talking with James Hansen, Savage Panda, cool dudes, man. With Phone, I've talked with Phone 999, I'm connected, Squad 00, let's see, Charles' Anime World, King Recon, my dog, Northside, my dog, Northside Z, Northside with a Z, whole Squad 00 squad, folks. Let's see, Manga Meme, commenting, followed for many years. Louis Senpai, I rock with him. King Ace and I, we had a thing, but cool with him, and a lot of folks I can mention. Okay, made relationship in the community, notable names in the community. Acquaintanceships or whatever it may be, I'm cool with folks, and that was vitally important. That's community, as well. Some even extend beyond, which is cool. It's not feasible for all of us. We all live. Some of us live, across the world. So, it is what it is. But still, there's that support. There's that understanding. There's that fraternity and whatnot. Now, with all that being said, it got to a point that, when was it, about summertime last year? I was starting to set up my channel for transition, May. Beginning of, from March to May, I know springtime. And then I know around summer, fall, I lost passion and zeal and what drives. Because trust me, y'all know I make lengthy videos and stuff. I need that something that motivation to get me going. I didn't have it. I didn't have the flame. It wasn't that it would come die, because it doesn't die. I'm on YouTube for the long haul, okay? But I needed goals. I ain't Kurosaki Ichigo, okay? I'm on the Monkey D. Luffy side. I actually need goals, okay? And goals are important. And you know, something I learned about goals from short term, mid-term, long term. Understanding each is place. Still don't necessarily have that with YouTube, because YouTube is interesting. It's a different animal altogether. But I'm like, yo, what is it that I want to do with my channel? You know, and I'm also aging, I'm maturing, and things are going on in my life and different interests. And I'm like, I don't want to, you know, people be getting bored and stale with things. And I'm like, yo, that's not me. So I'm like, I'm still me. I'm still an unexpected wonder. And I knew I was going to change up. You know, my channel was going to do this and that. I mean, I've done reviews. I still love to do reviews, but like with chapters and stuff, I can read it. It just, you know, I may do stuff from time to time, but it's not where it's at for me. You know, it's low view count. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I'm like, I don't really care, but come on, let's keep it real. I'm trying to make my channel more successful. I'm trying to have it grow. I'm trying to see, you know, I've had people surpass me, seen people want to come up, and that's just the reality of the situation. It would be great to get greater with monetization as well, because a brother needs bread, he needs to be able to eat, and we got bills to pay out here, okay? Just keeping it real. I'm seeing many channels, they're just like me, dudes are just like me, and they're being successful. Shoot, I remember seeing Tyrone Magnus come from, you know, he was early, like, you know, a few thousand, and he steady coming on. He kept talking about on the goal to 1 million subscribers. It seemed crazy at the first, for the longest, but you know, he kept pumping, and he pumped that good content. Then he started to diversify, and I'm watching this man grow. 14,000, and boom, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. Now he's, yeah, what is he at now? Is he 500 plus? 100? I forget how Magnus. I've been following Magnus for ages. So, you know, I saw him come up. I'm like, you know what? Damn. And I know, you know, I brought up, you know, Charles, Captain Charles, shout out. You know, he came up and almost 3,000 himself. I know Northside and King Recon were doing 1,000. They do still, and King Recon came back and he got 1,600. They coming back alive. You know, various ones I know they got the sub counts. You know, and so I'm like, yo, why not me? Let me go ahead and do this thing here. You know, I done did the goals I set out to do, but we evolving out here. We digivolving, okay? Shout out to that Digimon greatness. But the point is, I needed goals, you know. I needed something to strive for. Because, you know, not only was it the low view count, it is what it is, you know. Viewer counts are hard to come by. Even with big channels, with some of these videos. They're hard, man. They're hard. I mean, this community is small as it is. It's hard. And hell, the fact that people watch my videos consistently, I have a consistent viewership. Clap it up for channel success, constant viewership. For as low as my channel is in sub, and I gotta appreciate the subs, constant viewership of my videos. I appreciate that like y'all don't believe. That's encouraging as hell. Shoot, I'm one of the few who did full-blown death matches and them be getting views. Some of them high views. I done had some bomb. I remember, shoot, one video for me got 10,000. That's huge for me. With my Get Rich or Die Trying, over 10,000 views. That's huge for me. But I need more. I need to do things more differently. Keep changing it up, evolving, so that I am different from the rest. So we're gonna be doing different kinds of reviews out here. Classic reviews. Shoot, I already talked about my alcohol reviews. Still gonna be doing my death matches, but I'm also gonna be doing the different kind of death matches. We're gonna talk about different martial arts and comparing them in the MMA mixed martial arts style. Okay, we're gonna be doing that. Okay, we're gonna be what else we gonna be doing? We're gonna be doing all kinds of discussions, all kinds of things on this channel. That's what we're gonna be doing, and I'm going to continue to improve the quality, continue to diversify, because I think that's where, you know, I find the most enjoyment in life. As far as in this YouTube game, it's talking about diverse subjects. It gives me a passion to do. That's what my channel's always been about anyway. That's the essence of who I am, the Unexpected Wonder. And it kind of goes in line with my views personally and whatnot. And so, I mean, this video is long enough, but the goal for my channel is to diversify my portfolio, if we're talking business term, to, hell, make some money. That would be great. Hell, up my viewer count, up my sub count. That would be awesome. And just, you know, be consistent and bring that fire content, you know. Will I more promote? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll do. But I'll just still be doing me, and we're going to be doing big things. Period, point blank, simple. Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts, I suppose. And if you got some suggestions, hell, shoot them out there. Hey, you're the viewers, man. Help a brother out. I mean, I do me. I'm going to still provide content. Content is never in it. Trust me, I got so much that I could throw out there. But I do want to hear from y'all, because y'all have done some videos. I've done some viewer requested videos. So it is what it is. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.